Hey, this is Will Doggett, Ableton Live certified trainer, and I want to show you today how you can take any song in Ableton Live and edit the arrangement to fit exactly what you need it to be. This is a great way to take a original master recording like this one from MultiTracks.com. This is Wide as the Sky by Matt Redman, and I'm actually going to take this and tweak it to be the exact arrangement that I want it to be to fit my needs a little better. So the first thing I want to do is I have this intro here. It's a 8-bar intro, and I want to cut it in half to where it's just the first 4 bars and then goes right into that first chorus. So I'm going to select this space here. Now instead of hitting delete, I want to use one of my time commands, delete time, to actually get rid of that. So just to show you, if I hit delete here, you'll see the clips disappear, but the time is still there. If I go up to the edit menu, you'll see all these time commands that we have access to here. We have cut time, we have paste time, duplicate time, and delete time. Delete time is the one I want to use. The best way to think of these shortcuts, you can always go to the edit menu and access them, but I always think of just do the normal shortcut that you're used to, Command X, Command C, Command V, Command D, and just add shift to it and you'll have access to those time commands. So in this case, instead of just hitting delete, I'm going to add command and shift and delete, and that's going to get rid of that. So now we have this. Now the one thing that happened when I did that is I lost the guide cue going into this chorus to tell me it's the chorus. So I'm just going to grab this chorus here, this cue for this chorus, and I'm just going to hit Command C to copy that. And I'm going to paste it
chorus.
Right there. So now I have my cue letting me know that that is going right into my chorus. You can hear it's a really smooth transition, doesn't sound like we lost anything or deleted anything. And let's edit the song a bit more here. As I look at this, we have this chorus here. Okay, we actually have 3 choruses back to back. Okay, I want to delete this middle one here. And just go right into this next chorus. So again, I'm going to use that delete time command, Command Shift Delete, or again, remember I can go up to the edit menu to get rid of that. Since I was going into another chorus, my cue is already there. Let's listen to this one. Again, really smooth transition. What's great is when I did that, all my locators moved over with it. I didn't lose my time signature change that's right here. So far things are going really well, and it's really, again, really easy to just add this in and make this happen. Now one other thing I want to do, which this is going to be a little more involved, is after this chorus, we go back into a verse.
Breakdown.
But I actually want to go into kind of the intro feel before we go back into that verse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to copy this intro. Again, just 4 bars this time. And I'm just going to use my copy command, Command C. And then I'm going to go right here between the chorus and the verse. And I'm going to unfold my click track. And I'm just going to click right here on measure 64. So that's the measure going into the verse. You can see my cursor is flashing orange. And this time I want to paste it. Now again, I'm not going to do Command V because if I do that, it pastes over the clips that are there. But if I do Command Shift V, then you can see it moves the verse over and it inputs that intro between the chorus and the verse. So let's listen to that and hear what that sounds like.
Verse. Breakdown.
Okay. You can hear that one's not as smooth because that last section rings out into our next section. So we have to do a little bit of editing here to make that happen. So what we're going to do is we want to get rid of this verse cue here, okay? And I want to take this chorus cue and get rid of that one and move my verse cue right there on top of it.
Verse.
Okay, and that's going to lead us into that next verse. Now let's see if we can work on, I'll kill our click and our guide for a second. Let's see if we can work on making this transition a little smoother, right? So we want certain parts from the previous section to ring over. So let's look at our drums first. I'm going to unfold the drum track here. You can see what's happening as we go from the cymbals ringing out to them dying right here. What's great about live is it's all non-destructive editing. So if I put my mouse to the right of this previous clip, you see our bracket, and I just click and drag, and I'm just going to drag it to where those drums just kind of eventually fade out. And this is what it sounds like now. Have some cymbals going. So that works a lot better than what we had before. I'm going to go into percussion, see if there's anything I can add. That one's fine. Let's close those up, go into bass. This one will help. You see our bass is holding out that root note. Okay. And I actually want that to fade out a little sooner because of the transition here. So I'm going to go to my control chooser here and select fades. Then I can just go in and just fade that guy out. And I'm going to fade it out a little sooner than... There we go. That works. So I'm going to close up my bass. Acoustic guitar, we'll bring that over and let's listen to it. Okay, and I don't want it to change chords, so I'm just going to delete that. And we'll leave this chord. Again, we'll go to fades. And I can select this little bit of information here. Right click and do create fade out. That's going to fade that acoustic out for me. Let's see what else we have. Electric 3 here. That one rings out. So we're going to carry that over. Okay, again, we'll fade that out a little bit. And then let's deal with some of these other electrics here. Electric 2 just comes in. That one's fine. There's nothing happening there. Electric 1, this is a little tricky. I'm going to solo it out so you can hear it. So we go from this big section to a small section. This gives us an opportunity to use a great feature in Live called crossfading. So I'm going to select an equal amount of space before and after this, right over that transition. So I go a beat, a quarter note before, and then a quarter note after. And I'm going to select that and then do create crossfade. And this is what we end up with now. Okay, and then when we put it in the mix, this is our end result. Maybe take our drums out a little sooner. Okay. And then I want this last verse just to be low. So I'm going to go in and just delete all of this. And we're going to make sure that the rest of this content, so make sure nothing else is happening here. So we'll fade that out. And we'll fade that synth out. Okay. Maybe make that fade a little sooner than what we had there. And then let's go into one more guitar track here and we'll clean it up. Okay, so what's great about this now is we have a completely brand new arrangement of Wide as the Sky that fits the exact vibe and the exact kind of feel that I'm going for and that I think is going to work well for our congregation. So what I can do now is once I get this is I can move my brackets to the beginning and the end of my arrangement. Then I can actually go into File and do Export Audio and Video, select Master as under the render track section and hit OK. And what that's going to do is that's going to render out this new arrangement that I could send to my band so that they can learn the arrangement and make sure they know all the parts. But this is a great way to show you how with a few simple commands like our time commands, cut time, copy time, paste time, delete time, and duplicate time, how we can make an arrangement completely our own and how we can use our fades and crossfades to clean up the arrangement and give our band the exact arrangement that we want them to learn coming into it and give them a good idea of how the worship set is going to go and how we want that song to feel in rehearsal. So try this out sometime next time you get a track. And remember, this doesn't have to be done ahead of time. You could be in the middle of rehearsal and go, you know, we really need another chorus. Select your chorus here and just do Command Shift D, and you have a duplicate chorus, just like that. Super, super simple.